Hello students, welcome to the session. In previous class I discussed you about the wool fiber, which is a type of animal fiber. In today's session I want you to discuss about the silk, which is also another type of animal fiber. So let's begin. Silkworms spin the silk fiber. Spin means to turn around. Silkworm actually turn around the silk fiber around itself. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is known as sericulture. Rearing means palan poshan, to actually provide them a particular environment, to provide them a particular type of nutrient so that we can get a better quality of silk. So this type of rearing of silkworm is known as sericulture. So there are different stages of life history of silk moth. So we will discuss now from in this chapter. The female silk moth lays eggs. Actually there are different type of stages in silk worm. One is caterpillars, one is pupa, and another one is silk moth. So what is silkworm we will discuss here. The female silk moth lays eggs from which larvae hatch out, which are called as caterpillars or silkworms. So what are silkworms? The female silk moth lays eggs from which the larva hatch out, and this larva is known as caterpillars or silkworm. They grow in size and ready to enter into a next stage, which is a pupa. Pupa, students, is a stage between larvae and adult. So now this pupa actually swings its head from side to side, and this is a type of movement to actually secrete a fiber. So this type of during this movement of the head, the caterpillar secrete fiber, and this fiber is made up of protein, which actually whenever it comes in the exposure of air, which it actually hardens and become a silk fiber. So students, how silk fiber is obtained? Silk fiber is obtained whenever silk caterpillars or pupa actually turn around their head, swings their head. This type of movement actually secretes fiber, and this fiber is made up of protein which actually hardens whenever it comes in the exposure of air and become a silk fiber. Now this caterpillar completely, after some time, this caterpillar completely cover itself with fiber, and this becomes a cocoon. The further development of the moth continues inside the cocoon, and now this cocoon develop into a moth, which is an adult form. So now we can get a silk fiber. Silk fiber are used for weaving the silk cloth. The silk yarn thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. So silk yarn is obtained from the silk moth, cocoon of the silk moth. There are different variety of silk moth which look very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield is different in texture. What does it mean? That different type of silk moth provide us a different type of silk yarn, and this silk yarn is different in texture and also provide us different type of silk, which is called as tassar silk, moga silk, kosa silk, and also a different type of silk, etc. So this type of silk can be coarse, smooth, or shiny. So the most common type of silk moth is mulberry silk moth, which is very expensive. Mulberry silk is very expensive, and it is also a most common type of silk moth. The silk moth which is very most common, which is known as mulberry silk moth, that provide us a mulberry silk. The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is why it is so specialized, because this type of silk is soft, lustrous, and elastic, and can be dyed into a beautiful colors. Sericulture or culture of silkworm is a very old occupation in India. So students, that is it for today's session. In next session I will discuss you about the from cocoon to silk. I hope it must be clear to all of you. Please study about the mulberry silk, the moth, the caterpillars, how silk, how female silk moth lays eggs, and what is sericulture. Please study about all of this. What is cocoons, so that you can go through all of this. This is very important because there are a lot of chances that in your exam question must be there from this topic. So this is very very important. So I hope you will study this part of this chapter, and yeah, that's it. And I want you to do one activity also, that you have to send me the different type of silk, name of different type of silk, apart from this mulberry silk, tassar silk, eri silk, muga silk. I want you to write different type of silk also apart from these mentioned silk. So I hope you will be able to do this, and thank you. Have a nice day.